What's good, superstars? Back with another Veve video. We got Superstar Joe and Superstar Rob in the house. How's
How
it
you
going?
doing?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Let's get into it. Let's get right into it, guys. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen. We got lots to talk about. You guys are seeing the title and you're like, "What are these guys saying?" But trust me, you're gonna want to watch the end on this one. Here is a big thing that we're noticing. If you look where my cursor is right here, we have only 16% of you subscribed. All right, let's push this number up. I'm challenging you guys. If you hit the subscribe button, let's see. I'll pull it up next video again, and let's see if we can get this over 20%. I'm curious. If you guys hit that subscribe button and get that over 20%, that would be crazy. But even if we move it up just a little bit, so if you're hearing this, hit the subscribe button. Shameless plug. We want to get this number moving in the right direction. That's all we're going to talk about for that. But we're moving on. Yesterday, big time for Superstar Money Channel. We were on our first ever YouTube interview. We were luckily enough to be interviewed by Big Collectibles. They've had some of the biggest names on their channel for interviews: Randy Chavez, Kevin Padawan, and Veve Vault. They've had a bunch of the guys in the community on there. And as you can see, here is our video. We did it 18 hours ago, and Joe and Dr. Strange, shout outs to you guys. Epic times, great conversation, 2 hours long. If you guys like long form content, that is definitely a video you guys want to go check out. Go subscribe to Big Collectibles. Awesome dudes, great time. So moving on, we had a drop today. How'd you do in the drop today, Rob?
Didn't get it, and I didn't get the rebound either. How about you?
Same. I didn't get it. Didn't get a rebound, and shockingly, I didn't even get it in the secondary market. It did not go below 50, which that was my target. I wanted it in the 40s somewhere. I knew 30s was like a long shot, but in the 40s, I thought for sure we would see it there at some point. I never saw it there. Let me know if you guys saw it. I wasn't checking constantly.
I think the lowest I saw it was at 52. It didn't stay for long, just one little floater. But we'll see this weekend. Maybe it comes down a little bit more. I'll keep an eye on it.
I'm hoping because I want to get into this one for sure. It's another 2 nice points for me on my MCP. If I can get this rare, that's the one I want. That's the one I'm tracking. Obviously, just because of the numbers, how it works out if MCP goes as planned.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking to get into this. It's also, I think, one of the longest books on the platform right now because it's an annual, right?
True.
So pretty cool. But moving on, we got lots to talk about. I told you guys. Cover Girls return on Saturday. There's a drop blind box, and looks like we got a little Batwoman or Batgirl here. The bat on the tail. Don't want to talk about this, but Cover Girls of the DC Universe Series 2. I think this one is this the one that had had Wonder Woman? I'm not sure.
That's it. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's all part of it. These Cover Girls is all part of.
But that was Artist Alley.
Oh,
but it's
okay.
DC.
Different artist.
Cover Girls are back. These ones kind of look more realistic, I feel like. So maybe we're going to get a realistic looking Wonder Woman here. Who knows?
They're based on real DC collectibles, these ones.
So we haven't seen what we're getting. I've seen some speculation. If you scroll down a bunch, a lot of people talking about being disabled. But if you get down there, I think somebody was talking. Here we go. There's a lot. What's her name again?
Yeah, let me pull it up because we have a commenter who requested that we let the community know that your birthdays are going to be off by 1 day on Veve. So when it's time for you to actually go and try to, let's say, get your account unlocked, if you do happen to get unlocked, then if that date doesn't match, it might be a problem. So it's something that she wanted us to put out there for everybody to hear.
Yeah, not sure if you guys are having that issue, but I guess look, this is the first crew of the Cover Girls. I think it's more realistic looking. You got Batgirl, Catwoman. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. I haven't been paying too much attention. I may be wrong on who the Cover Girls are. Let me know in the comments. I'm not anticipating to go for this one too badly. Like I don't know. I don't think I'll buy it in the secondary market unless there's like a really, really important secret rare or not secret rare, like first appearance.
Yeah,
that might be something that I want. Just because we saw what happened with Wonder Woman on the last one. So
yeah, blew up. By the way, it's Nat Soria is the name, Nat Soria. But
she left a comment on our channel saying something happening with the birth dates, and we went and we looked at ours, and our birth dates were off by 1 day. So not sure if this is something that Veve knows. Veve, if you're watching, the birth dates are all whacked up. So let's try and get that fixed. Hopefully, maybe somebody will talk about it tomorrow at the AMA. Curious
Maybe.
about that. We will have a recap of that. Make sure you have the bell notification on because you'll hear our summary about it. It'll be shorter than watching the actual AMA. Rob takes fantastic notes, okay, and does great summary when it comes to AMA. So if you really can't watch it, it's at like and it's in the afternoon, and you might be busy. You might be driving home in the East Coast, and you might be working in the West Coast. So when you get home, you might want to know what did they talk about, and we'll have that all covered here for sure. The next one, they dropped another tweet,
another Pili fantasy.
The Pili fantasy, and it looks like we're getting 4 main characters. I don't know any of them, but
by the way, I have a coworker of mine, Claire, and her family lives in China. I asked her about the puppet drama, and she said it's a very old school, traditional thing that they used to do. She says she doesn't know if it's that much how popular it is now, but she said it was definitely something that used to be popular that she knows about back in the day. So I just want to throw it in there.
Are any of you viewers? Are you guys into the puppet dramas? Is it still big time? Is there a huge audience for it? It must be if Vive's partnering with them. There must be a reason for them to do that. They look pretty dope. I mean, this is a little preview, I guess, and very detailed. It seems like even like the sword has little details on it that look pretty cool. Nice ripped abs going on. Pretty cool stuff. So we'll see what it is. It's saying we got 4 main characters: Su Huan Zhen, Feng Kai Ling, Yi Zhao Chai, and Hua Jin Feng. So I have no idea if I said any of those right, but those are the 4 we're getting, it looks like. And I think it's blind box, but I'm not sure. Yeah, blind box. Here you go. I think they've been listening to the comments because a lot of people have been requesting blind box because they hate picking between collectibles. But maybe
it helps deter bots though. But
I think so. I think that's what we had a discussion about yesterday on that podcast, and it seems like that might be one of the ways to get rid of the bots, almost to have multiple drops same time, make you pick between collectibles. Doctor Strange came up with that idea, so I think it's a great one if you're trying to limit bots. But enough bot talk. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about our video yesterday, why Marvel Mighties will not be gamified on Veve. Listen, we put this out to go against the grain. We've seen multiple videos about Marvel Mighties are going to be gamified, and nobody really talks about what if they're not gamified, right? So that is why we put that video out. We own Marvel Mighties. We want them to be gamified. That's what we want, okay? And very, very potentially they will be gamified. And I think before this video, before we started prepping for this video, we kind of had the reason we were holding them was not because of gamification. And that's kind of what the premise of yesterday's video was to say, look, this is not why we're holding them. This is not why you should hold them. But the whole point is to start the conversation. And we did that. And we have a bunch of comments. I mean, probably one of the most commented videos that we've ever had, with people going back and forth discussing the gamification and why they think it would be and why they think it wouldn't be. And one of the comments that we got, super detailed comment, was from Rob Stuff. Go check out his channel because he posted a video today, 2 hours ago, about the gamification. And he left a comment on our video, which kind of led us to this video and the next segment that we're going to be talking about. Rob's going to get into detail on it. So I'll pull it over to his screen and he can talk about it.
Yeah. So like the first thing I want to say again, I want to thank Rob Stuff for his comment. But you know what? That's why we do these things. That's why we want to put out videos sometimes that just don't go along with the rest of the narrative, because I think, and I haven't spoken to Rob Stuff, but I think that he saw our video and then that might have led to him doing a little bit more digging. Maybe he's always known about these, but he pointed us to this game that's called Marvel United. So he left a comment before he made the video. So we started looking into it. I'm like, whoa, Marvel United, what is this? Here it is on Amazon. You can actually purchase it. And, you know, it looks pretty similar. It looks pretty similar to the Marvel Mighties. So I kept digging and I found these guys here. So this is a Kickstarter for Marvel United. It looks like it was back in like March 2021. They had over $2 million sourced here. And if you scroll down, you can see it's a card game. It's a board game, basically, where you have villains and you have heroes. And I think the premise of it is that you have one villain per game, and then the heroes have to work collectively as a team to defeat the villain. So I've never played the game, and maybe someone watching has. And if you had, let us know what you think. Is it a good game? Maybe they're going to incorporate this into the Veve verse. We'll see. So here you can see some of the heroes that are included, right? You got Nick Fury, Hawkeye, Luke Cage, right? Black Cat, who's already out. We got Black Cat right there. Miss Marvel, Ant-Man. Oh, the Blade is cool. The Wasp, Ghost Rider. Really, really cool here. I think one of the really interesting ones are Spider-Man 2099. Look at that, Spider-Man 2099. It's just lining up so perfectly. So you keep coming down here, and they have villains. They got villains as well. Bullseye. They have Kingpin, who would be really, really cool. And then yeah, like I think this is something really, really interesting that that was brought up in our comments. And you know, I have a YouTube video here. I guess this was part of the how to play. I'm just gonna play it a little bit so you can see some visuals.
Yeah,
Right.
and I guess one of the big things too to note is when you were scrolling there, it appeared that there was a lot less villains available, like because I guess the premise of the game would be one versus multiples.
Yeah,
And
you can see that in the video.
where else do we see that? Where else do we see that type of ratio, right? Um, on the Veve drops, we're seeing the villains usually are the more scarce items. So if you're correct and it is gamified this way, it makes sense.
Yeah, and there's Red Skull, and makes sense, right? If you imagine if they do gamify this, that they're gonna have it in such a way where it's gonna be just like the board game, where the group of people who don't know each other but enter into the Veveverse work collaboratively to beat the villain. So maybe that's why there's less, because there's only one villain per game versus, let's say, 6 heroes per game.
Yeah.
So that's Red Skull right now. I thought this was really, really cool when I saw this, and then I did a little bit more digging, and it looks like that there's a community out there that actually tracks this, and they made, and I don't know if this was if this is the full list of every single one that they have, but I just went through it. They made a list. They made a list of their benefits. They made a list of I guess like any kind of special abilities they have. You can see you got Black Cat here, Captain America, the Falcon, Ghost Spider, who we just saw come out. You got Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2099. You got Spider-Woman, who's already out as well, the Winter Soldier. And then for the villains, as of now, you got Green Goblin on this list. And you have Red Skull. And of course, we know that the Eternals they're not on this list made by the community, and maybe they don't exist in the game yet. But if you read between the lines here, I mean, I think it's possible we're gonna get a Thanos coming out one day, right? Like that's gonna be huge. Might get a Thanos, might get an Ultron, a Venom would be sick, right? A Venom would be amazing. Like I said, Kingpin, we already know he exists in the real game. It'd be great if he exists as well as in the Marvel Mighty. So there might be a lot of these coming out. A lot more to come. We got Thor, um,
Yeah.
Vision would be really, really cool. And I think that if you look at the Amazon again, they have like an X-Men version up here too.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I don't know. I think there's a lot more to come with these. And if they are to make it a game, maybe it won't be maybe it's going to be a board game. Who knows? Maybe the gamification will be a board game, or maybe it'll be interactive. So I thought this was a really incredible find. And of course, if it wasn't for us making that video, we wouldn't have got a comment to point us into this direction. Because I don't think I've seen anyone else in the community really discuss this, even though it seems like it was right under our nose the entire time.
Yeah. No, shout out to Rob Stuff for sure for finding this game and pointing us in this direction. And it does make sense. It does make sense. Yeah, there you go. There they all are, the ones that do exist right now. And it appears like there are multiple left that are not to be discovered yet. So Rob, pull up that database again and just scroll through it and show them. The highlighted ones are the ones that we do have, and the unhighlighted ones are the ones that do not exist yet, right?
Yeah, so the highlighted ones are the ones that we know. So we got Adam Warlock, we got Ant-Man, Black Panther, Black Widow, the Blade, which would be cool. Captain
Yeah.
Marvel would be sick. Daredevil, of course.
So
Doctor Strange.
this might be the list that Veve doesn't want you to know. Veve doesn't want you to know this list yet because they don't want you to know what's coming and when it's coming and how it's coming.
They kept
But
it secret. They kept it
this
secret.
This might be it.
They don't want to spoil the shock effect when they finally release a new batch, right?
Yeah.
Because we could have seen Spider-Man coming. Like, we would have been like, oh, Ghost Spider, Spider-Man 2099,
Yeah. I
like
think that's the
Green
one.
Goblin.
The fact that Spider-Man 2099 is on this list to me makes it seem like, wow, like that's maybe more than a coincidence.
Yeah, Iron Man, the Hulk. He's
The
gonna
Hulk
come.
Marvel Mighty will be hype.
We got Jessica Jones and Luke Cage for those of you who watch the shows.
Mhm.
Magneto, who's like a pretty cool character. Miles Morales, Miss Marvel, Mystique, Nick Fury would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, Punisher. I mean, the list is Scarlet Witch, by the way, which would be sick because that's one division right there. Shang-Chi. I mean, it's endless. There's a lot to be excited about. I mean, whether it's gamified or not, there's a lot of really, really cool guys coming out, and
Yeah.
they're probably going to be their FAs.
And now it's exactly, it explains maybe why they didn't mind giving some of these guys the FA, because they know they had bigger plans. And yeah, the last video, like we said, we wanted to show a little bit of against the grain why maybe it won't happen, and it's okay if it doesn't happen. But this video here, we kind of wanted to give that other perspective, because we do know that a lot of you have done a lot of research into it and have a lot of good points. So we're not biased to either opinion. And the reason that we own them is not because of gamification. Still, we own them for other reasons, and we just think that they're good long-term holds. But at least I do. And yeah, that was it. That was the purpose of yesterday's video and today's video. I know there's a lot of talk of this in the community, and we felt like we had to give our little spiel on it.
All right, and that, you know what? Is there anything else you want to add to this, or we think we're good for this?
I think that's it.
Okay, so if you're watching this and you enjoyed this video, join the Superstar fam. Okay, hit the subscribe button. We know you're there. We know you're watching. Join us. Become part of the Superstar family. You could be a superstar too. We want to hear from you. Make sure you leave some comments. We want to hear what you think. We don't care if you agree with us. We don't care if you disagree with us. We want to talk to you. We respond to every single comment. And you know what? If you give us an idea, or even if we see a video of yours, if in Rob Stuff's case, right, he has a video, we will shout you out, because we are one community and we want to grow this community together. So leave a comment. We'll shout you out. Give us some video ideas, and let us know what you think about this one. So we'll see you on the next one.
Love
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.